What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we got a great topic. Today's topic is is it normal for engine to burn 1 quart of oil per every 1,000 miles? Because that's what the dealer is saying. But the real question is, if that engine gets damaged, who's responsible? I want you to listen to this. Alright, my friends, today we got this Toyota Camry. What year is this?
2016.
This is 2016. This is his car. You know, he always comes to me for repairs, and he's been having problem with the engine oil consumption. Went to the dealer and they said they was gonna do an oil change. I'm not gonna lift it. I'm not gonna check down below because I'm sure they put a sticker, something similar to that down below on the drain plug. So we're not gonna touch anything. And they do want to test it. He drove about 1,100 miles. So they told him to come back between 1,100 and 1,300 miles, right?
Yes.
And we're going to check the oil. And then I'm going to wait till he goes back to the dealer. And we're going to see what kind of answer they give him. And let's see what they're going to do about this issue. But I'm waiting for some tissues. And my friend over there went to get some tissues. But I'm gonna pull out this dipstick. And the engine been sitting for a few minutes, and I did clean up the dipstick. And as you can see, hold it for me, those. My friend here helping me, because I want to get my hands closer to this. So it's hard to see a little bit, but this is between this second dot and first dot. So the oil is between the two dots. All right, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna put this tissue right here. Let it go, slowly go down with it. And as you can see right there, so the oil is hard to see a little bit. So it probably went down 1 quart. Little difficult to see, but you can see it on the tissue. It went down about 1 exact quart from the top dot. There you go, that's a better without the reflection of the light. So that's how far down went. So if he drives, this oil goes for 5,000 miles. So if he drives 5,000 miles, every 1,000 miles is gonna go down. So it's gonna be negative. I don't know where the negative is gonna come from, but it might be negative 1.5 quarts, because this doesn't take more than like 4 quarts, a little bit more than 4 quarts. But we're gonna wait, and I'm gonna continue with the video. Once he goes back, he might text me a message. Now that you heard that, that's the truth. That's the customer went out there, came to me. Every oil change, there was probably a half a quart of oil in that thing. And he was an Uber driver. He did deliveries as well. And he would come to me rushing. The car was under warranty, I believe. And he doesn't, I don't know if it's a warranty or not. That's not something I'm going to fight. But the dealer will lie to you, because I do have Honda. They do lie. They will tell you any kinds of nonsense. So we're going to take a look at a small little chart I built over here. 4-cylinder engine has roughly about 4.5 quarts of oil. That's what it has. Okay. Let's leave this out. We already talked. Who's responsible? That's something they need to answer. You guys need to figure that out, because you're the owner of that Toyota Camry. This scenario happened with the Toyota Camry. So when I do a synthetic oil change, I'll usually tell people drive about 4,500 miles or less, or probably 5,000. Some engines are not burning, but you do need to check your oil in between. But synthetic oil change will go for 5,000 miles. Some dealers, some people do pick up the high mileage, and they think they can go 10,000 miles. I've seen 10,000 mile oil change, it come out like a sludge if your engine is not burning. Chrysler 300 guy that comes to me, his oil was always super dirty. 10,000 miles. Dealer puts in the oil for you for like 60, 70, 80 bucks, and they tell you to drive 10,000 miles on your Toyota Camry, which takes only about 4.5 quarts of oil. So you're driving. So that's, you heard this guy. He was clearly told by the dealer that it's normal for engine to burn 1 quart of oil per every 1,000. That means you need to add oil to your car every 1,000 miles. So if you're driving 10,000 miles, you're going to have to add 10 quarts of oil every 1,000. You're going to have to dump it in there. You have to check it. If it looks good, if it don't look good, add it. So really, that thing doesn't sound good to me. Because what about the cars that became straight from the dealer and it has only 5,000 miles? So the first oil change, second oil change, third oil change, they're okay. So what does that mean? That okay was no good. So the engine was not burning oil from first 10, 15, 30,000 miles. That means it wasn't doing its job. It wasn't taking in that oil to burn. It was so the engine got damaged prior to before even it started to doing what it's supposed to do. You don't make sense, Mr. Honda dealership guy. Anyways, so 5,000 miles. If you don't add oil according to this, if your car is burning oil and you drive 5,000 miles, so soon as you're done, every 1,000 miles is gonna take 1 quart out of this. 1,000 miles, you have left with 3.5. By the time you drive 5, you're negative half a quart. You're negative. So your engine, you still got at 4,500 miles, you have no more oil left. It's zeroed out. After that, if you don't put oil in it, you're gonna be driving on that car for a good 500 miles, 450 miles. Made a mess there. Anyways, you still got 500 miles to go, okay? 500 miles. So, who's responsible if that engine gets damaged in that 500 miles? Well, that's the question you guys need to ask next time you go to the dealer and they give you that BS answer. What about the 10,000 mile oil they're going to put in your car? You're going to drive in 10,000 miles. You're going to have negative, so that means you're going to be negative 5.5 quarts. So you're going to drive 5,500 more miles, 5,000 more miles without oil, because you shouldn't really have to check your oil if they're telling you this oil goes for 10,000 miles. Anyways, the question is, they won't have an answer for you. Who's responsible when that engine gets damaged without the oil? Because you're clearly telling us to drive 10,000 miles on that oil. That means you don't have to put no oil in it. So why do you have to put oil in it? So how come you don't have to put oil in it when the car comes straight from the dealer for the first 30, 40,000? And they will wait till your warranty's over. And we're going to talk about the real reason why your engine is burning on the upcoming videos. So the question is, who's responsible if that occurs? Because they're telling you. Anyways, I left you guys with a question. And I'm not expecting an answer. That's the question you have to ask. It has a non-ending cycle. Let it be asked. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for more real mechanic talk. See you guys soon. And check out that video about my insurance company and how insurance company is stealing from us.